Ready? 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 Okay. Who knows what to write in here? Let's go. Who knows what to write in here? I cannot tell you guys how valuable this statement is. You know what? I speak to a lot of people inside of DashClicks, and their whole thing, is like, how many leads can you generate me on a monthly basis? Do you think if the client spends $200, we can generate him 1,500 leads? No. And don't tell your client that stuff either, because what you're doing is you're messing this whole thing up. Be realistic. Set realistic goals. Set realistic expectations. So that way when you hit those goals, you can go to your customer and say, hey, we've hit your goal, and this is the next goal that we want to reach to. This is our next objective. Okay? I see so many people, so many agencies over-delivering, or excuse me, not over-delivering, over-promising and under-delivering. Okay? They're doing the complete opposite of this. They're saying, I'm going to get you 1,000 leads for $200. And then they run the campaign, they get them 20 leads. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Guys, what do you think is going to happen? Tell me what you think is going to happen if that happens. Go ahead. Tell me what you think is going to happen if you overpromise. Bye-bye, leave, fired, quit. You guys are 100% on point. And just think about it. It's real-life psychology, right? It's real life, okay? What happens if you go into, I don't know, let's use an example. Let's use an example. I don't even know what example to use, but just stop doing it, okay? Guys, you need to set proper expectations, okay? If you need help with that, just jump into DashClicks, and we'll help you guys set somewhat of realistic expectations, okay? Because if you can set realistic expectations, then you're able to hit the goals, okay? If you set unrealistic expectations, it's going to be impossible for you to hit any goals. It's just that simple, guys, okay? So set realistic expectations. Ways that you can do this. Who wants to know how to set realistic expectations? Who wants to know how to set realistic expectations with customers? That's something that you guys want to know? Something that you guys want to hear about? Maybe. Cool. You can do the research, and this is what we do here at DashClicks. So let's say you're running a Google Ads campaign, okay, and you're trying to sell somebody in a Google Ads campaign. There's this cool thing called keyword research. Keyword research. You can do keyword research. It's called the Google Keyword Planner tool. So if you're running a Google Ads campaign, if you're trying to sell a solar company on Google AdWords, you can literally go, I'm not going to do a demo on this right now, but these are some of the tactics that we use. You can literally go inside of the Google Keyword Planner tool. It's free, okay? And you can actually type in the words, drop them in there, and there's tons of tutorials on how to use the Google Keyword Planner tool. We're not going to get into that now. And you can drop in, say, solar companies, local solar company, whatever it is. You can drop in different keywords that they want to rank for, okay? And Google will actually tell you what the average cost per click is of that keyword. It'll tell you. It might be $20 a click for that keyword, okay? That's what your expectations should be. And you know what we do, guys? Sometimes we'll do the keyword research, and we'll export the PDF, because you can actually you can export right in here, inside of the Google Keyword tool. You can export it in an Excel document. And we bring it to the customer, and we're like, hey, Google says that it's $20 a click average for these keywords. We can probably do better than that over time, because we'll be able to optimize your campaign and bring down your cost per click, which will eventually bring up your CPA, your cost per acquisition, or most of you guys like to say CPL, cost per lead, whatever terminology that you decide that you want to use, it's really the same thing. Now, don't you think if 30 days goes by and the guy's cost per click is $19, or actually $22, let's say, it's a little bit over. You think he's going to get mad? No, he's not going to get mad because you told him up front that it was going to be an average of 20 bucks. And we're going to work on getting it down, okay? I don't know if you guys, most of you guys know this, but in marketing, the first 30 days of a campaign is usually the worst 30 days. Does anybody know why the first 30 days of a brand new marketing campaign is usually the worst? Not optimized. Optimization. Yeah, guys. You're starting a brand new campaign. These are brand new ads, brand new keywords. It's a brand new campaign. So what's going to happen is you run the campaign for 30 days. Okay. Actually, let me open up a new sheet here. I'll tell you guys how we do it. Shit. Let's just go into that. Let's go into real life stats. This is our process, what we do here at DashClicks. Who wants to know how we optimize campaigns at DashClicks? Go ahead and put your hand up. It's okay. Don't be scared. Put that little hand up. Drop a 1. Put the hand up. If you're on social media, hit the like button. Let's go. I'm watching you people on Facebook. I'm watching you here on Instagram. We got Instagram here. We got Facebook. We got Zoom. We're live on 3 different places. Jeremy says, Facebook algorithm needs time to work. That's correct. If we're running a Facebook campaign, that is 100% correct. This is what we do. We launch a campaign. Boom. And I'm going to try to draw something here. We launch a campaign, and this is not going to look good. Okay. It's a rocket. Okay. We launch a campaign. It's not something else. Okay. We launch a campaign. We let the campaign run for 1 week. Because we need to collect data. Okay, we let the campaign run for 1 week. We start collecting some data, and we start seeing some trends. We start seeing that, if we're running a Facebook campaign as an example, we start seeing that some age groups are not working properly, or not converting properly, or we're getting a really high CPL or high cost per click. We see that some of the demographics that we're going after are not converting properly, or also getting a high cost per click. We go in here, and we optimize the campaign. Okay, I don't know what this means. Looks like a Cinnabon, but we optimize the campaign. Okay. Then we let the campaign run again for another week. What do you think we do, guys? Who's gonna guess? Who's gonna guess what we do 1 week later? Go ahead, drop it in the comments. What do you think we're gonna do a week later? Eric says scale. Philip says same thing. What do you think we're gonna do next week? Come on, guys. What do you think is gonna happen? Janine says tweak. Whatever. Optimize. Okay? We're going to optimize the campaign again. Because we're going to realize again that it ran. Now that we started cutting off the crap that was here, that wasn't working, we're running. Again, we're optimizing the campaign. Okay? And we're optimizing the campaign, and it's going to get better. Now, what do you think is going to happen if we keep doing this week over week? Week 1, optimize. Week 2, optimize. 3, 4, okay? And this is a never-ending cycle. It just keeps happening, okay? We keep optimizing. Rinse and repeat, right? Obviously, with strategy, we're not just randomly, rinsing and repeating. What do you think is going to happen? After at least 30 days, you're going to have a pretty sweet campaign running. Okay? Then you can run lookalike audiences and remarketing audiences and campaigns and a lot of really cool stuff. Okay? But guys, the reason why I'm telling you this is because these 30 days should not be the 30 days that the client judges your work. They should judge your work after these 30 days. Okay? So I'm setting proper expectations. So one of the analogies that I use when I'm making sales to a customer is running an advertising campaign is like wine. It just keeps getting better over time, right? So it's just easy to understand. So as you're optimizing these campaigns, or as we're optimizing these campaigns, if you're using DashClicks for your fulfillment, which you should be, the first 30 days are crap. It just gets better and better and better. Okay, guys? So, we had some customers that came into DashClicks ran a campaign, and a week later canceled. It's like, the campaign ran for 1 week. What are you, like, how can you gauge an entire build out after running a campaign for, letting it run for like 4 or 5 days? You can't, it's impossible. You need to let the campaign run a little bit to start generating some data. Okay, guys? So first 30 days is the most important time for the campaign. Okay? So when we're selling paid ads, or we're selling SEO, or selling anything like that, we usually try to get the customer for a 3-month contract, and we try to explain to the customer, if not 3 or 6 months, and explain to the customer that the first 30 days is always going to be the worst. I just want to let you know that ahead of time. First 30 days is going to be the worst. Then it's going to get better in month 2, and better in month 3, and better in month 4, and 5, and 6, and then we're going to start creating other really cool stuff and offering you more services on top of that, right? So it's really important that you guys focus on setting proper expectations, okay? And under-promising and over-delivering. Does that make sense to everybody? Can you drop 157 if that makes sense to you? I'm throwing out random numbers here. Drop 157 if that makes sense. It makes, I mean, just think about it. If you were paying, it makes sense, right, guys? So it makes sense to everybody else. Aaron says, optimize that bid. Can't say the word because we're live. Yes, you guys are 100% right. And I'm just reading through the comments here. You're 100% right. Okay, guys? 100% right. Next one was setting realistic goals and expectations, which I think we pretty much dabbled into a little bit too, right? Set proper goals and set proper expectations with customers. Here's a big one. Who's ready for it? Probably the biggest one of all. Who's ready for it? Who's ready for it? Eric's already dropping in a 1. We're not using 1 this time, guys. We're using 757. Drop a 757 if you're ready for the next one. That's how I know you're engaged. Because if you're dropping in a 1, you're just sitting there with 1, hitting enter, okay? I need to make sure you're with me here. 757. Every time I say something, Eric just drops a 1. I didn't even speak it. He's dropping a 1. 757. If you think that you're ready for this next one.